right, it's going to be that kind of day. We're going to have extra stuff. So I make $9 an hour. They pay me to be here and take care of things. Come right up to the podium there. Did they give you an advice of rights? Okay.
Got some now.
Yeah, read that.
All right, well, we'll see where we go here. Ms. Pollard, you got charged on a formal complaint with operating without a license. 12 years ago, you got a ticket for no proof of insurance, which you never paid. You owe $258 from a 2012 ticket. And in part, that has suspended your license, although I thought they were lifting those. Anyway, they charge you with no license, operating without a license, which is a fairly minor charge. It's probably our most common offense. It's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. For some reason, I don't have a driving record in here. Probably because you had an Indiana license. Normal fine for this is $75. They allege that this happened on June 17th.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're stepping right into a real courtroom where the stakes are set from the first words. The judge wastes no time laying out a laundry list of charges: unpaid tickets, a suspended license, and a new offense. It's calm, but you can feel the tension building as the backstory unfolds, setting the stage for a case that's about to twist in unexpected ways.
At US 12 in Sturgis Township. How do you plead to that charge?
Guilty, but that's not the reason why he pulled me over. His initial reason for pulling me over was because of littering, so I threw a cigarette butt out the window.
Okay. Well, don't do that if you're driving around without a valid license.
Right.
Did anybody threaten you to try to get you to plead to this?
No.
Or promise you anything?
Nope.
Where were you going?
To my daughter's.
And where does she live?
Elkhart.
Where are you coming from?
Coldwater.
All right. And did you have a Michigan license at one time?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an Indiana license at one time?
Yes, sir.
And neither one of those are valid at this time?
Correct.
What do you need to do to get it back? One of the things you need to do is pay off this old ticket here from St. Joe County.
That's why.
All right. I'm going to just give you a fine and I'm going to give you time to pay it, but we're going to have you pay this old ticket. They used to suspend your driving privileges for not paying tickets. It stands for fail to comply with judgment, FCJ. There's another one. If you get a ticket and you don't show up, that's failure to answer citation. That's a FAC. And they used to suspend your license for that. Which I agree with, frankly, but the legislature changed the rules and they were no longer doing suspensions. But this old one may still be hanging around here.
In this stretch, the real hook drops. The defendant blurts out she was actually pulled over for tossing a cigarette out the window. The judge seizes on that moment, unearthing her tangled history with Michigan and Indiana licenses, and walking us through old and new suspension laws. You can hear it in his tone. This isn't just about today's stop, it's a record that's been years in the making.
I'm going to fine you $75, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. That's $200. Also, I want you to pay that old ticket of $258. We have a long memory around here. My memory goes back to 1980. After I leave, nobody will remember anything. But Heather, were you even born in 1980? Okay. Can you pay that, or you need to set up a payment plan?
I can't do that. Now, is there any way that I can get like a restricted license so I can?
Possibly, if you get all this stuff cleared up.
But I can't work if I'm not supposed to drive.
Well, you weren't working. You were driving at 4 o'clock in the morning from your house to your daughter's
Right.
house. And so you've lost your license for reasons I don't completely understand, since I don't have a Michigan or Indiana driving record in here, but you don't have a license.
Tickets.
So some people can't get a license because they don't have residency status. You don't have that problem. One of the things you need to do is pay off this old ticket.
Yes.
And then go to the Michigan Secretary of State and find out what you need to do to get your license back. This is going to go on your Michigan driving record. I've attached your advice of rights to it. And paying off this old ticket will probably help your cause. All right, Ms. Pollard, you're good to go. How much can you pay each month?
I have to get a job.
Oh, well, otherwise, this one, all right, well, I want at least $25 per month. Okay, all right, good luck, man.
Here's where the gavel comes down. The judge lays out the $200 fine and makes it crystal clear. She must also pay off the decade-old ticket that started it all. The defendant pleads for a restricted license so she can work, but the judge stays firm, detailing exactly what hoops she'll need to jump through to get back on the road. The tension is all about livelihood versus the letter of the law.
We have someone who, Ms. Pollard, would you come back up to the podium? Good morning. I thought I'd just touch base with you before you left. I'll give you a couple options. You can leave here and I'll have you arrested between here and wherever you're going to.
Okay.
They'll call the police and tell them that you're driving on a suspended license down M86. You drove here and your license is suspended. You're not the least bit repentant about it. And somehow it's our fault that you can't get a job because you lost your driver's license. You keep driving, which just compounds things. So I would suggest that you call somebody who has a license to come get you in your car, unless you'd like to get arrested on the way to your next destination and have your car impounded and everything that goes with that. So please don't drive away from here. Go call someone to come get you.
Either people are at work or they're far away. I don't know anybody around here.
Well, all
I
right.
can't depend on somebody to bring me to court because I had to watch my grandkids because my daughter needed to go to work. It was
Well, I
an
told you what
emergency
your
case.
options are. You can drive away if you want to. You won't get very far. So see what you can do,
Right,
but don't drive.
right.
The judge isn't done. Calling her back, he delivers a stark warning. Leave here driving, and you might not make it to your next stop before being arrested. She explains her childcare struggles, but the judge stands his ground, stressing the consequences. This isn't just a lecture. It's a razor's edge moment where one wrong decision could trigger an entirely new legal nightmare.
All right, good luck. All right, you got a ride here today. You know James George?
Mm-hmm.
He works at Lozier and he lives about 200 yards from where you do. May ought to work out getting a ride back and forth with him.
That's usually who I ride with, but he took vacation that day.
Well, he hadn't had a license in about 20 years. And bless his heart, we made a lot of effort and work and he got his damn driver's license. I'm very proud of him.
I should have mine back, but the last time I came to court, I hired a lawyer and it's like he didn't represent me right.
Well, it's very hard to get your license back from the driver license appeal division. I say it's like getting the biblical camel through the eye of a needle. James was in sobriety court and he did a bunch of real hard work and he had to start from scratch. He had to take the driver test. He had to get a permit. He had to parallel park. He had to do all that stuff, but he got his license. He hadn't had his license for a long time. Anyway, I'm very proud of him, but tell him he shouldn't take vacation and leave you stranded. But anyway, you owe me $225. Tell him I said hello. Can you pay that within 30 days?
Yeah.
All right, we'll make that. Yeah, you're in a very and it's not necessarily your lawyer's fault.
Okay, what if I tried to tell him or ask him to do something and he tried to act like a big shot, like, I got this, I'm your lawyer. So I tried to ask him something, but I didn't get a chance to.
Well, I don't know the answer to that one. All I know is it's very common to get denied by the driver license appeal division when you've got alcohol convictions on there. They want a long history of sobriety. They want AA participation. They want to know about all that stuff. James had it because he had me on his back for a year and a half, but he did get where he needed to go. I'm going to give you an envelope, give you time to pay it. Did you first pick this up?
No, I never got a hearing for it. But my thing is, they say I refuse the breathalyzer. And they went to the city. Nothing I refuse is to give me a choice.
All right, Mr. Hayes. Good luck, sir. If you need more time, contact the court.
The tone shifts into a mix of tough love and life lessons. The judge shares a story of a man who fought for years to reclaim his license, contrasting it with her path. They touch on her lawyer troubles and a refused breathalyzer, underscoring how hard the reinstatement road really is. It's a sobering wrap, leaving no doubt about the uphill climb ahead. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.